right, so this has just some different ways for us to graph the standard form. So in the very first one, they're just giving you the two answers, right? You didn't have to find them. So if you have an x-intercept at -3, can you please put a dot where you think that is? Show me an x-intercept at -3.
Just put a dot at
Just-
-3 on the x-axis.
Yes, you are right. So I hope you all did that. X-intercept at -3, so on the x-axis at -3, put a dot. Do the same thing for the y-intercept.
No, wait, yes.
Did you put it there? Did everybody put their dots in the right spot? Now, all you have to do is connect those two, and you're done. You have graphed that line. Now, jump to 3. What is this? What do you do with this?
Oh, let's see. It's just draw a horizontal line at
You are right, but how'd you know to do that?
Hoybucks.
Yes! When it's just x equals or just y equals some number, that's Hoybucks. Those are not in any form. That's not slope-intercept. That's not standard form. They're their own thing, right? So when you see them, that's just to remember, oh, Hoybucks, that's a y equals, so it's going to be a horizontal line at -1. Okay, great. The next one I want to try, oh, these are not all in standard form. That's okay. Can we try number, I'm thinking 8. Okay, so if I want to do 8, here it is. I'm going to plug in 0 for x, so I'm going to cover up that 8x. And now I just have y equals -4. That's my y-intercept. It just gave it to me. There's nothing else I have to compute. So y equals -4. I'm going to put a dot on the y-axis at -4. Did everybody do that?
Okay, yeah, yes.
Now I have to plug in 0 for y. So I'm going to cover up the y. And I know it's a little hard to see, so if you want to rewrite it,
X equals
yeah, be careful. 8x equals -4, right?
Wait, what?
Well, I got to solve for x now. You're a step ahead of me.
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
Be careful. That's not -2. It's -1/2, right? So x equals -1/2. So at -1/2 on the x-axis, right there, that would be my other dot. And now I just connect these two. So the nice thing about this, if you ever encounter one that's you're not sure about, you're like, oh, I really don't know if I did that right, you can always just go back to slope-intercept form. Rewrite this in slope-intercept form, and it'll be just fine. Right? Because you guys are great at graphing in slope-intercept form. So sometimes if it's not nice, I won't graph in this method. So if I were looking at something like number 10, this is not in standard form. So don't try and change it back into standard form to just go ahead and graph it like y equals mx plus b. You already know how to do it, right? Don't forget. Where do you start with this one? 2, and then you would go down 6 to the right 5. No need to do the x and y intercepts on this one. Why would you bother? It's already in a form that's ready to graph. So from here, go down 6, go to the right 5. Pablo, what's that? 7? Sure. So here is 10, already done. Okay, 7 you asked for. All right, this one is in standard form. If I cover up the x, 3y equals 6. So that means y equals 2. So there's my y-intercept at 2. And then cover up the y. So that's really, yep, 7x equals 6. So we divide by 7, 6/7. Where is that? Where would 6/7 be on the x-axis? Yep, tell me. Yeah, right before 1. It's almost 7/7, but it's not quite. So I'd put it pretty darn close to 1, but just a smidge before. Connect those two dots, and you are done, my friend. Yes. Oh, I guess. Look to Google Classroom for what I end up assigning. It's probably going to be all the rest of them, though. Yes, probably. 4. Okay, cover up the x. Y would have to be 4. Okay, that one's nice and easy. Now, when I cover up the y, though, I do get x equals 12. Yeah, but that's way off my grid. So, what can I do instead? I'd follow the slope.
So,
Negative a over b. So that would be, what's negative a going to be? A is in front of this guy.
oh, so that's just negative.
Yep, and then over b.
3.
So my slope is a negative 1/3. So from that point, I would go,
Down 1/3.
yep. So I won't be able to see my x-intercept on this graph, but that's okay. I'm still able to get the line correctly by sort of doing that little trick, if you will. If you have a point and a slope, you can graph the line. Okay. I'm going to stop this.